In this video, we'll show how to create all three types of cloud file servers: on-premise, hybrid, or cloud. More specifically, we'll show how CenterStack can be used to move a file server to the cloud and still use the same mapped drive functionality, NTFS permissions, and file locking that everyone is used to. Before we dive into the demo, let's explain this a different way.
Welcome to CentreStack, a platform that provides the best of Windows file sharing and cloud file sharing, all in one place. If you want to combine the security, control, and compliance of on-premise file servers with the convenience of anywhere access from any device, this is the unicorn you've been waiting for. CenterStack offers three main file server configurations. 1. Using your file server as a private cloud. 2. Migration of data to a public cloud and retirement of old servers. And 3. Syncing your file server with a public cloud and maintaining old servers. CenterStack provides excellent security and is available as a multi-tenant platform for service providers. Glad that CenterStack is trusted by industry leaders like HP, LabTech, and ConnectWise IT.
Okay, so let's talk about how CenterStack can be used to create a cloud file server from your existing file server or from cloud storage. So you see here I have two windows open. I have a VMware workstation with several virtual machines running. This virtual machine here, number 3, this is going to be my file server. I've got a shared folder, which we'll go into in a second. My user is logging in on this virtual machine, number 2. They're in their browser interface. This could just as easily be a mobile interface or a map drive on the desktop. And then in this browser here, I've got the CenterStack admin console open within a specific tenant. And from that tenant, we're going to create a cloud file server. There are 3 options here. As we've been saying, you can provide direct access to an on-premise file server. You can have a hybrid deployment where a remote file server is being synchronized with cloud storage. Or you can create a team folder from cloud storage directly. So these team folders that I'm referencing are CenterStack's equivalent of a file share, and they'll be created from any of the sources we mentioned for the 3 primary use cases. Right? So for the file server cases, what you're going to do is you're going to navigate to the file server, and then you're going to import the share. So before I do that, let me just show you where this is coming from. You see the client name here, win-os8l2mr7nr2, corresponds to the server name in my virtual machine here. So if I pull the server manager back up, you can see that here is the server name, win-os8l2mr7nr2. And this machine has a share. I'll show you the shared folder. We right-click, look at properties and sharing. We can see that this folder is shared, and here's an work path of the share. And if you look at the NTFS permissions, you can see that there's a user called Jerry, and this user has these permissions, right? So we're going to show how all this gets migrated automatically by CenterStack. And of course, this is a simple example, but the principle is the same no matter how complex the permissions and folders are. Okay, so let's go back to our admin interface and let's navigate to the share. So we're under remote file server. So this is the hybrid case where the share is originating from a remote file server where we've installed the CenterStack agent. That's our client piece for file servers. Okay, and here we see our shared folder. So let's give it a name. I want to call it shared in the cloud. Hit continue. I'm going to be migrating the user and folder permissions. I'm going to enable automatic synchronization and click on migrate. Okay, so we now have a team folder called shared in the cloud. And if we look at the settings, we can see that we've got some collaborators added who will have access to the team folder. And we've also got some permissions synchronized from the file server. All right. And now if we go back to Jerry's login, row 2, see Jerry now has this shared in the cloud team folder available to him, and he can navigate that structure. Now, the process we just saw is the same process you'd follow to provide access to a file server in the local area network. In other words, provide a VPN replacement where you're providing direct access to a file server without having to replicate that data to the cloud. The only difference there is that instead of synchronizing to permissions, all we're doing is impersonating the user and accessing that file server as the requesting user. Okay, so we've talked about the different ways that CenterStack can be used to create cloud file servers. If you like what you've seen, found it interesting or useful, please like and share this video. You can also find links for more information in the description below. Thank you.